But Mr. T with the gold chains, and he was always somewhat naked. I was like, this is why I watched the 18, not because it's a show. Please come on. And you also had like Falcon Crest and Dynasty.
My God, Dynasty.
There was always someone coming from the pool or taking a shower.
Taking a shower. Steamy.
Yes, Lorenzo Lamas coming out of the swimming pool. There you go.
Oh my God, you're reminding me of Lorenzo Lamas.
But I never thought it was a bad thing. This is what I want to say.
Me either.
I just looked at the hairy chest, like Tom Selleck in Magnum P.I. Look him up, young people, with the big mustache. But, but I never thought there was something wrong with me.
No,
I just looked at the guys until, in the shower in mid school, the jokes came. It was like, oh, so that's not a good thing. So what is it? What do I have then? What is it? Why do I look at men?
Oh.
And then I heard the word homo.
Oh.
I was like, oh, that's what it is. Okay, fine.
I see.
And then
getting to find out.
Because I just woke up.
It's alright. Getting to find out how a Dutch person...
Shouldn't you do an introduction, like, welcome everybody, introduce me and stuff? Jesus.
We're rolling. How does a Dutch person experience the Netherlands?
Me? How do I experience the Netherlands? That's a good question. How do I...
Before we start...
Oof.
What a crazy podcast. Hello everybody. My name is Sonny Jermaine, and as you can see, we are going to have a crazy hour. I am with Mr. Dennis Overeem. Did I say that right? Overeem. Yes. An actor, a journalist, a scriber. My Dutch is coming out. A scriber. What else do you do? Oh my God, you have done a lot. Yeah. Currently the director of the Body Film Foundation, which I love. I've been following for a number of years quietly. Obviously, as you can see, how we do. We're going to talk about that.
This is only the first minute.
And we just met.
What is in this tea? What did you give me?
Exactly. Wendy Williams, what's happening?
Cheers
to our tea.
So the first question is, how do I experience the Netherlands? That's a weird question.
I know. Let's get
because I never thought I experienced it.
Really? How come?
Because I'm here, born and raised.
No, but if you ask me about Zimbabwe, I can write a book.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can only imagine. Because you have to tell me everything about Zimbabwe.
I sure do. Yes.
How long have you been here in the Netherlands?
I've been here for 4.5 years.
So if you would describe it, okay, let me, in 2 sentences, how do you experience the Netherlands? Because that's interesting for me.
Oh gosh, I'm living my best life.
Really? Here?
How am I doing?
How you doing? Even in Lelystad? It's a little bit depressing.
Oh, you got me there.
There you go. So, and how come you're living your best life?
No, I make it work.
You have
make
to.
it work.
You
gotta start somewhere and step along the way. Half a glass full rather than half empty.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
So you really are Oprah on a budget.
Oprah on a budget. How you doing, guys? Here's Dennis. He's taking over the show, which is exactly what I told him.
Girl.
I said, don't let me be the one asking. We're gonna ask.
I really like your Adidas. I should have put on mine. Everybody's like, "Where's your Adidas?" I'm not wearing any Adidas. It's depressing.
Get out!
Get out of here! Get out! Okay, so how do I experience the Netherlands?
Yes.
I think I am happy to be here.
Okay.
I still like it, although there are some very stupid people and ugly people and a lot of racism and a lot of shit going on. Mm-hmm. But if you consider all the things that we have, I should just shut up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just shut up. Just be glad you're here.
Yeah.
because
Saying the same thing.
right?
Happy
Yes.
to be here.
Yes, happy to be here.
Thrilled.
Yes.
I'm having hysterics.
And not that we're better than anybody,
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
not.
yeah, absolutely,
I think every country, every culture, people, community has its qualities and,
Yeah.
and fantastic things and beauty and all that stuff. Still, I'm happy to be here.
Oh, that's nice. That's
I'm
nice.
really happy. I like the Netherlands.
That's
I
nice.
still like it.
Right. So, what would you tell a struggling migrant? Because most of my viewers are migrants.
Yeah.
People
What would I,
with
in general?
accents. Yeah.
Oh gosh. It depends on the. This is the thing.
Yeah.
With the Buddy Film Foundation,
Yeah.
we started like almost 7 years ago.
Oh wow.
And what we always did was, if you would come into our office, we'll give you tea and a coffee and have a seat and relax. And we don't want it to be like, our first introduction shouldn't be like, give me your resume, it's 10 minutes, bye bye, we'll talk. No, no, no. Our conversations can be 2 hours, just talking, chit-chatting, because you need, I have the hiccups because of the tea.
Oh.
It's gonna last for an hour, I'm sure. Give me more tea. So, because it takes 2 hours to get to know the teeny tiny surface of someone and to make somebody at least a little bit comfortable.
I love that.
You know, at least be comfortable instead of like, I have to be my best. No, just we look at your resume, but I also want to talk about where you're from, what do you do, what do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? Okay, let's go there. And we had people, you know, saying, well, I'm a makeup artist. So, okay, so do you want to be a makeup artist here? That should be a nice goal and easy.
Yeah, easier, yeah.
Right?
So much easier than a
But-
TV presenter.
Also, it can be done, Oprah. So,
Try.
really, you're doing well. You need more light. Light makeup to flow, please.
Spot here.
Okay, we send it to Clay.
Oh.
We're just here, the two of us. Keep the faith.
Keep the-
Anyway, so I think that's the first thing I would say to an individual. What do you want to do?
What do you want to
Because
do?
we always say, I cannot take away your struggle. I cannot take away your pain or your trauma or whatever's clinging or driving you.
Okay.
But what I can do is support you in your ambitions. And this is why it's called the Buddy Film Foundation. We're taking our network, me, Davy Reis, my co-founder. She's an actress, director, and producer now of the foundation. And our third founder is Insu Ratstake. He's a producer and documentary maker, director. We co-founded the foundation together, and this is very important. We love film, we love acting, editing, photography, all that stuff, theater. So we always say this is, and I don't think there is. I know there's a lot of good organizations that help people with a refugee background, or but we focus on the television, film, and theater side.
Oh, acting.
Yes, acting, absolutely.
Picture.
Yeah. So it's easier for, I think, people on the other side of the camera, like crew,
Yeah.
because
Less
you
talking.
can speak English. You know, you can do makeup and do camera and all that. Everybody speaks English. But if you want to be an actor in the Netherlands, and it's going pretty well, I have to say. Really. We have one romantic comedy coming out in June. It's called Candy and Bonita, directed by Nienke Reumer. And
the director is from?
the Netherlands, Nienke,
Netherlands.
Nienke Reumer. She's also a famous actress and writer. She writes a lot of comedy and romantic comedy. But this is her first script she wrote for herself as a director. And she called me last summer. She said, I have one big part, and it has to be someone of color,
Okay.
and it has to be a gay man, or he has to play a gay man.
Oh, please.
And I said, well, there's only one actor you're gonna call,
Ooh.
and that's Mason Pisomi. And he's an Iranian actor. He's out and proud. He's talented. He's cute. He's sweet. He's everything. He plays the part, and he's fantastic.
Amazing.
And he got the part, and they all love him. So he's that's what I'm really, really proud of.
Great.
because he's talented and he's amazing and very beautiful.
Oh,
And I'm sure he's
nice.
going to be very nice in the film. And
It's
this is
gonna be a wild.
like I said,
new
it's one of the
stuff.
actors. We have more actors
You have
playing,
more?
of course. Yeah.
Oh.
But this is a really a big thing to be the fourth lead, you could say, in a
Okay.
Dutch romantic comedy.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you want to
Playing
pursue
a gay-
acting? Because I know you can do it.
No.
I mean,
no,
you already have a lot of hats on, like
Oh, my
journalist,
life.
the radio, and all that. But
acting, no, but
I know you can do it.
Oh, you think so?
I know. Did you never try?
No, I've never tried acting.
Really?
No.
Why?
It's too contrived. I'm not a fan of fiction.
Really?
Mhm.
You don't watch movies or TV series?
I
or-
can watch maybe 5 movies per year. That's just about as much as I can
Okay.
go.
This was a very
I'm-
nice interview. I'm going.
You're done.
It's done. It's like whatever. Here's your tea back. Whatever. No, just kidding.
No,
Okay.
you know, I love reality TV more.
Oh.
Non-fiction.
Oh.
Oh, they give me the tea, give me
Oh my
the
God.
mess. That's where you find put
Yeah,
sugar.
like the
in-
Kardashians?
Oh, I've watched every
What?
episode.
I've never seen
All-
1 minute of the Kardashians.
If I could produce anything, that's
That's
where
amazing.
I would be.
Is there in Zimbabwe good reality television? Like
Good
really like
question.
nice stuff.
No.
Juicy.
No,
Nothing.
no. But when I was running a magazine, my friends and I called Tech Magazine. People always used to say, "You guys are ridiculous." Whenever we hear you talk,
Oh.
you should film this. But then,
Yeah,
she a little thing
Shizzle
going-
happened.
Shizzles happened. So one broadcaster in the whole country, state controlled.
Aye.
So first of all, you can't even get your foot in that door.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we just abandoned it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we left it like that. So Zimbabwe has really killed film for anybody that wants to do film.
Is there a film industry in Zimbabwe? I really
Barely.
should have
barely.
done my homework.
No. This is perfect. This is perfect. Simple flowing interview. With
I feel pressure now.
no pressure.
No, it's
at all.
simple, Dennis. No, you
No.
shouldn't do your
No,
research.
it's great. It's funny because the most successful Zimbabwean movies, they were funded by NGOs. So there was an actual, I'm a historian as well, so I'm going to bring up some dates.
Good.
So in the 80s and the 90s, there was this organization called the Media Development Film Trust, MDFTS. And they used to be these HIV related or some kind of activism themed films. They were really, really successful. They were popular and they were popular all over Africa. But of course, it was just one organization trying and they could only try so much. So eventually they left Zimbabwe as well. Yeah. So we haven't had much of a film industry. Unfortunately, most of us turn to South African television, satellites. Of course, nobody uses satellites in the Netherlands, but satellite is still big. I was reading an article
Satellite
about
is a production
satellite
house?
television, like where you have a little box and you can watch international stuff.
Okay.
So we tuned out our national broadcaster. So they were giving us propaganda, politics, and all of that. We were like, guess what? We want to tune you out.
Yeah.
So for well over 20 years, we were living in Zimbabwe, but in our houses, we're living in South Africa or watching South African content. For me, I'm from the southwest of Zimbabwe, so I speak, my mother language is Zulu. It's closer to a South African language. It's Ndebele though, but it's easier to say Zulu. Or like the Dutch in
How do you say it?
Zulu.
Yeah, but before.
Or the actual one,
Yeah.
Ndebele.
Idebele.
Yeah,
There you
Ndebele.
go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I always tell Dutch people like the Dutch in Belgium.
Yes, exactly.
It's exactly.
I speak Dutch. I don't speak Flemish.
It always exactly.
I tried it once in front of a Flemish friend of mine, and she said, "Please don't do that."
It didn't work
It was
out.
embarrassing.
It's the exact same thing. So when my people go to South Africa, it's like, what kind of Zulu are you speaking? It has an accent. It has some old words. It's exactly like that. So we were just watching South African content, South African radio for well over 20 years.
And you were a journalist, you said, and also a radio presenter.
Well,
Or did you work behind the scenes?
I was more behind the scenes, but if I could throw my voice in, I would. I was
like a sidekick.
Yeah, because
Okay.
when you're a producer, you just throw in something here and there. But I never wanted to be in front of it because gay, and I didn't want any more attention that I already
So
had.
how is the gay in Zimbabwe? How is the situation for the LGBT community?
It wasn't bad for me that much
Ah.
for many years
Then you were
until
out.
you get
Okay.
until you get a certain age.
Oh.
That's when you
Okay.
when you
This
turn
is
into
the question for me and my Dutch viewers. How old is he?
oh
Can you guess? I cannot. I've been like, okay, let's cut like a wise man. I would say he's like 33, maybe. As but with the
Close enough.
skin and all, you know, it's
What's-
like 26, 7, 8.
black don't crack.
There we go. White do.
I'm, I'm
We crack
36.
like milk, like old milk. We crack.
oat milk. I'm 36.
Wow! Good job. man.
Grandma over here.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink my tea.
Let's do. Let's
Grandma.
let's do, goddammit.
So when you turn into your 30s, that's when it's like, oh come on,
You
you're
gotta
not,
get married.
you're
or
not gonna
something.
be a great grandpa, are you?
Oy.
When are you gonna have a child? You know, it's like, oh come on.
So it's like until a certain age, it's like funny and like,
Yeah.
oh, he's experimenting. Now let's do serious.
He's a thespian.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But then
So
they
when
say
you
turn straight now, make children.
Yeah, it's like okay, you've acted for enough.
You had
now.
your fun.
Yeah. Acting is people think you're acting.
Wow.
You're acting like a woman. You know, so when you're a feminine gay guy, it's like, oh, you should be on TV. You should be an actor.
Well, it's nice that at least or like in the 70s and 80s, we had a lot of drag also in Europe. That was very popular. We had gay presenters and actors that we all knew were gay.
Okay.
But something shifted in the
Oh,
late
really?
90s, beginning 2000s, when it started to become more conservative again.
Really?
And now in the Netherlands, it's
Yeah, it's not
it's still
necessarily
good, and better,
paradise.
but
Yeah. It's you kind of have to watch what you're doing
Yeah.
a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, for me, but I'm an outlier.
Yeah.
That's because I talk for a living and I just couldn't dim my rainbow. And
Yeah.
I tried, I really tried. Like rainbow, stop! I'm trying to be a dude.
Yeah, well, you are a dude. Fuck it.
No, I always say I'm not a dude.
Dude-ish.
A dude-ish. Oh, that's a TV show.
Dude-ish. Welcome to Dude-ish.
Oh, there's the acting. I could do
there
that.
you go.
The script, yeah. So yeah, I could float my way through it because I was an entertainer. So people would be like, "Oh, artist." Oh,
Yes,
my
that's the
God.
thing. You think you have to be an artist. for
Yeah,
that.
you have to be an artist. So that's what artists do. You guys are crazy, which was never true. Or rumors. You know, I worked with the British Council on short projects every here and there. And people are like, oh, he is sleeping with white guys.
Well, I
He's
just
being
had a
paid to
thought
be
for the
gay."
past 1.5 years now that I thought like nice girls. Like
Very,
do you?
very nice. Oh,
They're so-
we haven't tried.
They
do
look
it.
nice.
They really look nice.
Don't worry, still get it.
Nope, no change.
No, I had like for me groundbreaking thought in the past 1.5 years or so. I was like that as long as you're funny, then you're not a threat to especially
Yes.
straight men.
Yes.
Obviously, not all
Yes.
straight men, of course.
Yes.
They're
You can
fantastic straight
float
people.
with it.
You can make fun as soon as it's about serious, because that's the only thing that makes us different from someone else. It's the sex.
It's the sex.
And
yes.
it's not even different because we do the same
It's-
things other people do, straight people do. So I'm not sure, like, what is the problem anyway?
Thank you for saying that.
It's crazy. It's the same thing. We put stuff in other people's stuff,
Exactly.
and you like it or you don't. And so I was like, that's the thing. As long as I make nasty jokes about my sex, not my
Okay.
sexual orientation, but my sex.
Oh.
As long as I make jokes, then it's safe. Then it's no threat to some straight people, even the liberal ones. Sometimes they're like giggling about but as soon as I make it a serious conversation, then it's like whoa, they're gone. So
I
like I said,
see.
not all of them because
Yeah.
we live in a liberal country, obviously. But you still see with a lot of people that's the problem. As long as you
Yeah.
make jokes, you're good.
The Modern Family effect. Match.
Modern Family, well, yeah, the Will and Grace,
Will and Grace,
fantastic show, you know.
The Zimbabwe broadcaster stopped it. Obviously,
After 2 minutes.
it first began, oh, it's a lovely comedy, because we used to watch a lot of American stuff, and
Yeah.
then they realized that, oh, where is this
Wait a
thing
second.
going? So we never saw all of that, only to find out a couple of years later, oh, wait, there was a gay storyline in Will and Grace. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it was
why
first,
they
of
stopped
course.
it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Also, I was watching. Funny enough, I was watching The Color Purple, Oprah Winfrey,
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah,
There's a lesbian scene which
Yeah.
I only saw last year.
that's right.
So our
I was always
censors,
confused
they
by
had
that
cut
scene.
it.
Oh, really? They cut it out?
I saw it last year. I felt like I'd lived a lie.
Oh, people are stupid. People are stupid and so confused.
Yeah.
If you just,
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing with religion for me. If you
Yeah.
believe something. I respect it. It's fine. If you want to do this kind of sex, that's also good. It's fine. If you want to wear that kind of clothing, fine, do it.
Fine.
If you paint your wall purple, fantastic.
Go
I love
for
it.
it.
In your house, don't do it in my house.
No rainbows in my house.
Uh-uh.
Are you religious?
No.
No, me
I'm an
neither.
atheist,
Me neither.
pure son.
So that was the other thing for me.
Yeah,
Okay, you don't believe in God.
no,
You are gay.
yeah,
You support women's rights. You
Yeah.
support abortion
of
rights.
course.
They used to say I was an extremist.
That's an extremist, and I'm also a vegan.
Okay, I'm not
I'm
going
going
down
to
that
hell.
road. I love my meat
Oh, well, the animals love their meat as well.
in different forms.
I knew we were going that road. I knew it. Thought it was going to be a serious. And said, oh, you have to have an interview. But this is serious. I'm like, it's important.
Very important.
There you go. Oprah. Okay.
Hallelujah. Are we?
Yeah, hallelujah,
Where's
praise the
the, what do you call it? Holy water, something like that.
I don't know, maybe here.
Oh yes, our little
I love
African
this thing.
thing. Yeah.
It's cute.
So yeah, it was actually for them. I was like this bizarre human being who was just extremely left of center. Like, okay, couldn't you at least have one of them, not all of them?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, but look, if you make a list of, let's pick one person, that you have, even that person has so many hats already. You're a man.
Exactly.
You
yeah.
are maybe Turkish. You are a
Yes.
brother. You're a father. You
Yeah.
are a son.
Mhm.
You're someone's nephew, neighbor, colleague, sex partner,
Sex partner.
enemy.
Friends.
The list is endless.
It's
So what do
endless.
people complain like? Oh, you're doing so much, and you believe so much. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
You
But
all
what
have
do you
your
think it
opinions.
is?
What?
What makes people be so afraid?
I think it has to
gays?
do with nature. Everything comes back to nature, and the only reason we are here on this planet is to procreate. That's the only reason. Like plants, like giraffes, like flies, like mosquitoes, they just have to fuck and make some more.
All right.
And plants go, yeah, I put a plant here, put a plant here, put a plant here, put a plant
Keep
here.
going.
I got a forest now. Let's make some more plants. And this is what we do. We're with 8 billion people. Who's going to stop us?
A bright spark was
The
like,
gays are going to stop
the
us.
gays are gonna which is absolutely right, because okay, people that I don't have children.
Yeah,
like,
I
except
tried
for
as
me.
well. Yeah,
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So to be personal, have you ever dated a woman?
No, of course not. I'm gay.
course not.
You,
I know.
the first question, and now he asked me if I did it with a woman. No, of course not. Am I that stupid? No.
You never know.
Oh my God, did you do it with a woman?
No,
There
never,
you go.
Never. Not
But why
even
would you?
Once. Yeah, no.
To prove yourself?
No, there were too many boys, so
There you go.
I was
He
occupied.
was busy.
I
Or
was
Oprah was
busy.
busy.
I was
was
doing
done.
I was doing
I
my
have a
thing.
schedule.
Hello. Clock tick. No, but
Oh my God.
but that's the thing. For me, when boys would look at me, they would see a girl. No, I was in heaven. It was delightful.
Cool.
I always say, for example, they used to see me for who I was. And if I could go back and have conversations with some of them, I would say, oh my God, I wish we could have had an intellectual thing about it to say, okay, you see me in a way that I should be seen. Not that I'm trans, but you see me that way that you see me, that's exactly it. You
This
are
is the interesting
spot
thing.
on.
If you put people who have different opinions and without anybody else, put them in a room together with two chairs and let them have a conversation, they become decent right away.
Yeah.
And respectful to each. It doesn't matter who they are.
Yeah.
Different colors, different religions, Nazi, whatever, crazy people, whatever. You put them together and you start a conversation.
Exactly.
You can have a funny conversation, we can have a serious conversation, you know, but you will find each other in the middle.
Absolutely.
If you put two people in a room. And that's, you don't have to understand each other, you don't have to agree with each other. You know, it's
just be civil.
Be civil, that's all there is to it.
So tell me, growing up gay in the Netherlands, how was that like in those days? You mentioned earlier that
The 80s,
it was less. It was less. I don't know.
It was nice. You could kiss on the street, walk hand in hand. We had, you know, we were in the time that I used to go out to the nightclubs. We had the Roxy.
This is Amsterdam or?
This is 87, 88, 89.
Okay. Oh wow.
I was young. I was in fashion school because I wanted to be a fashion designer.
Oh.
We all know that didn't happen.
Project Runway.
Project Runway.
Make it work. Make it work.
I didn't make it work.
Oh no.
Hell to the no. But I know that we were for a long time the gay capital of the world. Amsterdam, that is.
Yeah.
Not ladies.
No. Oh no.
No. They tried.
Oh
no, never happened.
I'm trying
to put it back in lady stuff. Ladies, get the fuck out of here. No, it's it was great. Basically, I was very young. I was 16, I think, when I came out.
Wow.
To my parents and my brother. My brother asked me. He was the sweetest.
Monty.
Oh yes, please. Because now we're getting into the emotional part.
Oh no.
No, my brother was great. And I was an angry son of a bitch. I was nasty. I wasn't very nice. But also my parents were in divorce. So I had lots. I already was a teenager.
When
that's
divorced.
like during the divorce, and it was all messy and all that stuff.
How older was your brother? How many?
3.5 years older.
3.5 years older.
Yeah, so he's the wise guy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And I don't know how we got to the conversation. I know where we were. We were in the living room, and I was this angry. I was angry about something, I guess.
You just threw it out.
No. He asked me.
Oh.
He said, "Are you gay?"
Oh, that was the question. Like
that was the question. I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "Oh, that's so nice. Now we have a status symbol in the family." Because there was a joke from a comic book. And he was his favorite comic book, and there was a sun coming out, and he said, "Yeah, now we have a status symbol."
When I was researching you, I came across that, and that cracked me up.
It really happened.
Really cracked me up. That's so
and
nice.
That's really nice, and it gave me the strength.
So
I did tell it to my parents the next day.
Oh, he didn't run off and say,
No. I
Dad,
said,
guess what?
don't tell my parents.
Don't
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And he said, no, that's your story to tell. So I'm not going to do that for you. And I'm happy that I came out so young. And this is probably why I thought I had to go to fashion school, because I thought it was going to be so different. And it was nice. Edgy and, extravagant. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of gay people, a lot of women, obviously, which is very comfortable when you're young and gay. It's nice to be around women.
Yes.
And I had crazy clothes on, and I took to the nightclubs and danced and had a fantastic time, basically, for a couple of years.
Amazing.
That was nice. Yeah, it was really nice. So.
What do you mean for until a couple of years? Did it?
Because then I went to theater school, and something else came in instead of just going out dancing and drinking. And so I went to the theater. I had to go to the theater
to be a thespian.
I was going to be a theater actor. No, I did 1 year of theater school in Amsterdam, and then they kicked me out.
Oh, why?
Because they said you're not an actor.
Oh,
which is, of course, not a problem now. No, just kidding. Well, who cares? No, they were right. I wasn't an actor then. I was way too young, and
Oh.
in hindsight, they were right.
Okay,
You know, they saw
okay.
something, and I was just being, what do you mean? But all good, man. And so, yeah, and then I stopped acting completely, and I did, where did I work? Some Swedish company I worked in telemarketing stuff.
Oh.
And I worked there for like 3 years in Amsterdam. It was the 90s, so you make money. That's it. And then out of the blue, I got a call. It was 1996, I think,
Oh.
for a theater play to be in the ensemble.
Oh.
And I was like, this is my ticket out
Good.
again. And I auditioned, and I got the part. And since then, I just
rolled with it.
rolled with it and started acting and did a lot of stuff.
He's famous,
No,
y'all.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not famous at all. I used to be a soapie.
So, what was the Dutch title?
Onderweg naar morgen.
On the weg naar morgen.
On the
On
way,
the
to,
way
to tomorrow.
to tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's an original English show. But I'm not sure. I think it's not an original thing. I think it was British or something.
Oh, how many years did you do
Almost
that
3
for?
years.
Oh,
And then they
wow.
fired me.
Oh, why? Diva.
I was a diva.
diva
What do you
is
mean,
a-
though?
is a-
Blue
is a-
M&Ms. What do you mean?
Who brought Pepsi?
No,
I wanted
the show
Coca-Cola.
I want my tea at 3 o'clock.
Yes.
No, I was too old because I was in my
Really?
30s.
For a male actor?
Well, they fired, I think, 10 or 12 actors in 6 months
Oh.
because they wanted to like rejuvenate the show. It had to be for a younger audience, like 18, 19, 20,
Okay, alright.
and
Makes sense.
and more diverse. It was very white. It was a
Okay.
very white show,
I can
and
understand.
later it became more diverse.
I see.
It stopped because in the period that I was in the show, it was very popular. The ratings were very good,
I see.
and but it didn't survive. I think it stopped 10, 12 years ago, maybe something like that. And now the only one we have is Goede Tijden, Slechte Tijden. The other one, that's the big show. The big soap opera is still there. But I had a lot of fun. I really had a lot of fun. It opened a lot of doors, and it closed a lot of doors.
Oh.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it is when you're in a soap.
You can only walk one way.
Oh, I love that. You can only walk. I try to walk 10 ways, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's like me with the many hats that I do.
That's fine, but you
Yeah,
can only
I
wear
I
one
stop
at the same
one
time,
and then
yeah.
I do another, and then I.
What's your favorite hat?
Ooh, my favorite one has to be okay.
Wow,
No, it's not
Ray?
radio. Okay, you're the first one to ever ask me. My favorite one is television,
Really?
and that's what I've never done.
Oh, and which hat do you want to have on then?
That's television. I want to.
But do you want to produce, direct?
Yeah,
Producer.
production. Yeah.
Nice.
Reality
show.
Yeah, that's what I want to. Of course,
Maybe you should
and
make a
talk
reality
as
show.
well.
If you can come up with a nice concept
Mm-hmm.
about stuff you know, like a nice, I don't know, LGBT refugee show,
I've
whatever.
been trying to crack my head. What could
It can be so like
catch?
this. Just two people talk on a table. You have what's his name?
Red
Jerry
table talk.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
Two dudes in a car. No, two comedy. What's it? Two men in a car. What's the
his
name of that? In a car.
Who's that? Oh gosh.
Yeah, he always has a
I
guest.
see his. I can
You
picture
have-
him.
You know Jerry Seinfeld.
Uh-huh.
And then he also has guests. Yeah, but he also has a guest, a different guest.
In a car.
Yeah. Coffee in a car. Comedies in a car. Two comedians in a car.
Something. In a
Okay.
car.
Please help us and write it under the video. Thank you very much. Because we cannot. Well, something like that. A simple concept.
Simple concept, I guess. So.
And then, make it bigger.
Well, if the LGBT group didn't take up so much of my time.
Well, use them for the show.
Well, I wanted to
come out wherever you are.
Getting them to come out is like, ooh.
Jesus.
So that's a thing that a lot of people are unaware of. That even in the Netherlands, gay migrants go back. Not even gay migrants.
Go back
like,
into the closet.
I know gay expats who've lived in Europe for well over 10 years who would never even come out.
In the Netherlands.
All over the
But that's
Western
a bad
world.
thing, huh? That's
I
a
know,
really
I
bad
know.
thing.
A lot of, a lot of gay people from Zimbabwe, they told me they live their lives vicariously through me. I'm like, so much pressure. No pressure at all.
No.
I'm like,
Do it when you're ready, but
Yeah, but no, you know what? I always say, I'm a historian. At some point, history needs you to have guts. You know, there is no human rights that have ever been fought by you being in the closet. Yes, I understand it's difficult. There's a third of losing family.
Yeah.
I lost 6 jobs. I've been fired 6 times.
Wow,
in the past.
because of this?
Yes,
Oh,
not
fuck
corporate enough. Not corporate
So
enough.
if you're watching, you're motherfuckers.
Not corporate
You have to
enough.
beat me a lot.
Thank you. I will be watching, and I will film
What did
it.
Dennis say? Beep, 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 beep.
I will film it for the reality show and walk away.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been fired 6 times.
How are the laws in Zimbabwe?
Yeah, it's technically
bad.
illegal.
It's illegal.
It's actually illegal.
Oh
to
my
be,
god!
Yeah.
Like I
Even
started to show, people are stupid.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Even though activists will try to spin it and say it's not illegal to be gay, what is illegal is the Sex Act. Yeah, that's been nice,
The
but
Sex
you know,
Act.
hold
Oh,
it.
they
I
make
know.
it.
Right? You
They're
see,
so frustrated, man.
goes back to.
Frustrated.
So this was a law which was put in 1890 by
1890.
your good neighbors. I'm a historian. I'm sorry. Your good neighbors.
Which ones?
The British.
The
Okay, maybe
British?
Not so much neighbors, but
Brexit.
Bye. Indeed, bye.
You're welcome back, of course. But behave.
Yeah, so they sort of left it there. My kingdom is my city, my region, or kingdom. If we go back there, we generally are not homophobic. So that law started in the north, and then it started trickling its way down. And then when independence came, there was a genocide. So my people were butchered, literally. And so refugees started streaming back to South Africa. So they had been telling us, go back to South Africa, you don't speak our language, you speak a South African language. And obviously people coming in from other parts of the areas, and our people have been driven out systemically. So the homophobia also came in. Yeah. So yeah, that's when you're not corporate enough. And then one guy who was also fired for being gay, he successfully sued his company for it.
Nice.
But then it brings attention. Like, oh, so you really are okay. So I never took any of my past employers to court. I just kept it moving. If I got fired with that head,
And what was the reason for not suing? Was it a money thing, or were you
I
also
didn't
maybe
want
like?
that tension?
Okay,
I
understand.
didn't want that tension. I mean, I started working when I was 18. So when I was 19, that's when I got fired the first time. So I didn't want that attention.
And how did that happen? Did they find out, or did you talk about it? What happened?
Good question. So in
If you
African
don't want to talk about it, don't do it.
Oh,
Close it.
no.
Okay, cool.
I talk about it all the time.
Cool.
I've never really been in the closet, but then in an African country, we don't have a coming out.
Yeah.
So for me, by the time I'm 6, 7, not even that, even much earlier, I'm always hanging out with the girls. That's just me. I like hanging out with girls. I like cooking. Everything that girls do,
Yeah.
you find me there. Playing girls' games, find me there. So in my mind, I guess I was one of the girls. That's why the boys could see me and be like, "Hey, you wanna be my wife?" And literally, that's what the little bugger said when we were 7. Like, wife, what is it? What do you mean? But yeah, for me, being hit on by boys is natural.
Straight boys.
That's the other thing.
That's the thing, huh?
That's the thing.
There's a whole world between gay and bisexual and straight.
Such a thing.
It's like there is
little
this
lie.
because I had a lot of straight men who thought I was very interesting.
See now.
And you know what I mean with interesting. It's not just to have a nice conversation with you.
And then I have straight best friends. So then it would affect them as well, because people would be like, "Oh, why are you guys friends with him?" You know, and when I was 19, they were like, "Listen, you are gay, we are straight. That's it. Finish and clear." So they never had a problem with it. Nobody in my kingdom had a problem with it. Nobody in my
That's the
neighborhood.
thing.
It was
It's a lot of time the
corporate.
governments where the money is.
Where the money is, yes.
Like, I don't
That's where.
understand.
Yeah, so one of my bosses, I was at work. She was like, "You better not be gay." I'm like, huh? I just left it like that, and then the next couple of days was a big festival, and I found my name scratched out, and then the assistant was like, "Oh no, you are not welcome here anymore."
That's sad.
In the morning, and we're preparing for a big show.
Jesus.
Just like that. So it happens.
Jesus, are you listening?
Oh gosh. We
But
need
you
to-
said something like about coming out. I only came out, I guess, to my parents and my brother, because that was
Okay.
the official part.
Yeah,
but not like mom, dad. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's a splash.
Like I told you, I was angry a bit, and I was smoking also at that time. So I thought they might as well know that I smoke as well. And so I smoked Camel in those days. But I remember looking at the 18. Remember the 18?
Mr. T.
Oh, everybody was on Face. Like, what was his name? Dirk Benedict was the actor.
I don't remember.
I think it was Dirk Benedict. He was also in Battlestar Galactica or something. But Mr. T with the gold chains,
With the gold chain.
and he was always somewhat naked. I was like, this is why I watched the 18, not because it's a show. Please come on. And you also had like Falcon Crest and Dynasty.
My God, Dynasty.
There was always someone coming from the pool or taking a shower.
Taking a shower. Steve
I was like,
McSteamy.
yes, Lorenzo Lamas coming out of the swimming pool. There you go.
Oh my God, you're reminding me of Lorenzo.
But I never thought it was a bad thing. This is what I want to say.
Me
I
either.
just looked at the hairy chest, like Tom Selleck in Magnum P.I. Look him up, young people, with the big mustache. But but I never thought there was something wrong with me.
No,
I just looked at the guys until, in the shower in mid school, the jokes came. It was like, oh, so that's not a good thing. So what is it? What do I have then? What is it? Why do I look at men?
Oh.
And then I heard the word homo. I
Oh.
was like, oh, that's what it is. Okay, fine.
I see.
And then I was like, oh, but this is in society a problem. How am I gonna? That you find out it's a problem. Well, I didn't have a problem with it, so why should someone else have a problem with it? Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I can imagine in the days around HIV and AIDS that parents are worried for their children or scared.
Yeah.
And if you don't know something, I guess people get violent.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff that I don't know.
Yeah.
I know nothing about Zimbabwe.
And the fear of
So
burning in
should I
hell.
be angry then? And violent? What is in Zimbabwe?
I need to know.
I need to know! Or not.
Zimbabwe, get here.
Tell me everything about the history of Zimbabwe now.
Scope it here. Bring it.
Why should I get angry? You should just say,
It
oh,
doesn't
tell
make
me,
any
how is it?
sense. It
How
doesn't make any
it doesn't make sense. Man.
No, but I believe people are afraid of burning in hell. I don't know who I was telling a few days ago that if they were
But if
to
you-
support
I
you,
so want to be respectful, but if you really believe there is a hell with the devil and a burning thing, well,
the
come on.
brimstone.
Oh, come on.
Little-
Heaven and hell is here on earth. That's
Little
what it
Nas
is.
and the stripper pole.
Little Nas
That's
was
what.
good, huh?
Yeah, he was amazing.
Hilarious.
And they were like, "That's you see, that's exactly what the gays want to do in hell."
Oh, well, then I want to go there.
I don't. But then I'm always like, I'm usually in amongst the African community. I'm usually the only atheist I know. All the.
But do
gay
you really believe
Africans-
that? Because people
I
also say stuff to
don't.
fit into the community,
yeah,
you
good
know.
question. I don't. I always
don't
say
know, man.
no. People are.
I mean,
not
believing
religious.
is peer pressure.
It's peer pressure.
And it's
yeah.
geography, as a friend of
It's
mine
true.
told me. Like, it's a very coincident that all the Christians live here and the Buddhists live here and the Muslims live here.
Exactly.
That's a coincidence. That's
Yeah, I always challenge my people and say, you do know that if you had been born a little left, you would have believed something different.
totally.
It's really not something that you thought about. It's
No.
something that was fed to
And
you.
it's also it's besides that, it's still something that your parents give to you, yes or no, and you copy your parents.
Yes.
Because that makes
I
you
would-
feel safe.
Yeah, I was fortunate. I rebelled. I refused to go
My
to
mother
church.
rebelled for me.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Yes,
nice. That's
yes.
nice. I refused to go to church. I refused to pray in school. They used to think I was a mad child. I wouldn't pray. I wouldn't sing. So Father Abraham is many songs. Like, no, we're not doing that.
Are we doing a Whitney Houston song? Then maybe
Ooh,
yes.
I want to dance with somebody. Ooh, I want to feel
Then yes, we do the song.
That's what we're doing. So I was really to them I was a weird child, and then the girls, when I was in grade 4, I think about 8 or 9, the girls were like, "Oh, you're weird. You don't play around with us like other boys." At the back of my mind, I'm ignoring the implication that they're saying homo. I'm like, the other boys are playing with you? What's happening here?
What's happening?
Well, guess what I did? I found me a man too. I'm like, girls, if y'all can find men, I can find one too. So for me, even if people say it was wrong, I didn't care.
Where did you get your strength? Because I can imagine, for every gay, at some point, life is very lonely. Even doesn't matter where you live, life can be very, very lonely. So where did you get your strength? No?
I would say, I guess it's from my mom.
Okay.
I always say, because she says, I want this child to go to a different school. So I went to, by Africans, in an African context, what was called a whitish school. So I would travel far and wide, maybe like someone the equivalent of the Southeast going to school in Soudas, somewhere there.
Yeah.
So, and I would read fancy magazines, I would speak English. So I always say a European language saved my life. Speaking English, it would make people stop and listen to me. So if somebody spoke to me in Zulu, I would reply in English. This one time, somebody was like, "What's wrong with you?" I think I was 7 or 8. "What's wrong with you?" And I said, I'm beautiful. He was like, "Don't say you're beautiful, say I'm handsome." I was like, no, that's bad English. If I thought I was handsome, I would have said handsome. I'm beautiful. Okay, get that.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Never been handsome, never will, but beautiful, pretty, yes.
Yeah.
So I used to, and for an African child, that is not even treasonous. That's a death sentence. I don't even know how I managed it, even to live in Zimbabwe for that long. It's just sheer luck. So I'm an outlier in that sense, because most people don't have that type of luxury to have been able to float the way I used to. And it's even wild to think about it, because the president was always like blurring at the UN, like, "We don't have gays in Zimbabwe." And I'm like, I wonder what I am.
Hello, I'm here. Mr. President.
Oh, perhaps that's why I got fired. So I could just float my way through.
Is it ever going to change? I asked this question yesterday to my friends who are a couple, a gay couple, and I said, is it ever going to change? Is it ever going to be fully understood and respected?
The thing about, I can speak about us in Zimbabwe. So the people from the capital city, they say, whenever you hear there's a gay person in Zimbabwe, you know it's from that kingdom, from that region, from that city. They are the ones who tolerate.
They blame other regions.
They are the ones who tolerate gays. They really should go back to South Africa where they came from, because in South Africa, being gay is allowed, gay marriage is allowed. So they really, if we were all to go back to South Africa, that would be just fine. That would be just fine with us. Yeah, so it's and we have a high suicide rate.
What?
A high suicide rate.
Oh yeah, the numbers are going up in the whole world. Also in America, again, with all these stupid laws in Texas and Florida. You can't say the word gay now. Come on, motherfuckers. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, we're living in hard times.
Where's the human? Where's the humanity? I really don't understand.
Yeah, it's like 2 steps forward, a little few back.
Yeah. I'm still very positive though. I'm still very positive that a lot of stuff is happening.
Yeah.
And the people that I work with, absolutely. I mean, we meet each other through friends.
Friends, yeah.
And so
we're not dating.
Who? What?
So there's this thing in Zimbabwe. I've been accused of being paid to be gay by Europeans.
Oh, right. How much money do you make being gay for the Europeans?
If I could whip out my phone and show
I want that job too.
I know, right? I'm like, could you point me towards
Is there a job? Could you be gay for Europe? Thank you so much. It's $200 a day. Thank you so much.
Oh my God. If I had a
People
dollar.
have this real strange imagination.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that was something else. And
People
that
really
just-
said that to you.
I think it follows me up to now. I don't listen to it, of course, but probably if any guy that talks to me, oh, he must be sleeping with that guy. Or
This
something.
is, they have a weird
Yeah.
thought of what Europe then is or something? Or
Yes, there's
It's
this
hell on earth.
perception that Europeans just dish out money. Oh, you want money? Just
You come in, hello, here's $500.
Oh yeah! Oh
If
wow! Oh, amazing!
I mean, that's why they all want to come here.
That's
They
true.
get 500
That
euros
is
when you come into the
that-
country.
I was
This
speaking
is
to
not true. Don't come.
I was
don't
speaking
think
to a
that's not-
Nigerian man.
Because you
He
will
once
be
said
gay.
that.
As soon as you're in Amsterdam, we will turn you
You
gay.
will turn gay. Yeah, and
Oh
a
my
Nigerian man
goodness.
told me that. He was like, listen, that is the extent of our education in life. Like, but where do you get that? People have a CNN view, where you see aid workers helping people. That's my observation, that people maybe see Medicine Sans Frontiers or people giving out food aid and they think, oh, that's what happens in Europe. Or if you come across a European and you just say, I'm standing in front of you, you're going to get something.
Weird.
A wild comment.
So, and you help a lot of people from the LGBTQ.
Yes,
Plus community?
I don't advertise it,
So-
but I have a foundation. Yeah.
You have a foundation, and how do you help them? How do you help them? How?
Yeah, just
Can
talking.
other people
First of
just
all,
talking,
talking.
of
Yeah,
course.
because that was the fundamental thing that I always noticed, that people want to talk to me and say, how do you do it? How do you survive it? How do you live around it? And obviously it's overwhelming whenever people want to talk to you, like, okay, let's form a
course.
group and talk to each other, and then I used to come to Europe a lot, so
You travel.
I used to travel, yeah, just coming and going. So sometimes I am that little bridge to say, hey, listen, take that CNN thing out of your mind. If you are going to be an asylum seeker, you are going to have to fight for your life. You're going to have to explain it. I speak for a living, so that's not a problem for me. But for you, your story is going to be on point. And unfortunately, most people don't have a voice. With good
And they
reason.
think they don't have a voice.
No, but they don't, with good reason, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Pre-existing traumas. So somebody just comes to Europe thinking, oh my God, I'm just going to sit there and tell them I have sex with men and they're going to welcome me and say yes.
Yeah.
Not knowing that there's a 12-hour meeting and you're going to be grilled and there's a bunch of, interesting questions, which are not difficult. I want to point this out. They are not difficult to queer people. These days, there's this divide between gays and the queers. So, because all my girls, we don't have trouble with IND, but it's the cisgender men who do.
Really?
Yeah, because for them, they really don't have a voice. For us, we're girls, we have RuPaul, we've been watching RuPaul. Wendy Williams, Oprah has been supporting the gays for years.
Yeah.
So, and we hang out with the girls, so we have our little support system that they don't have. So if you're a gay man from an African country or anywhere outside Europe, even in Europe, I suppose, if you have been a boy for too long, you usually don't have a voice. That's my observation of cisgender.
And because I met, of course, also people from the LGBTQ community who come from Egypt or from,
Yeah.
other African countries or wherever. Because they had to be like, to
Yeah.
protect themselves from their
Exactly.
family's opinion or the society, they have to be a man. And sometimes I did that.
Okay.
For some reason, I'm also this big husky guy.
Oh, when I saw you walking, I was like, oh, maybe this guy's lost.
Hello?
Is that?
Is this the gay area?
You should have. That was the knock. I like, don't break the door.
Oh my God, there's a straight man in front of my house. Go away, you. Shoo.
Sure. Gays only.
You had your flip-flop in your hand already? Get the fuck out of here.
Gays only.
And then I opened my mouth and it was all clear.
How you doing?
Hello, how you doing, girl?
How you doing?
Whatever. No, but this is the thing. You
Yeah.
get like, like you take a copy your parents,
Mhm.
I copied something to protect myself.
Yeah, understandably.
I mean, you are
Skinny?
skinny, beautiful, and I've always been a big boy.
Oh, really? Okay.
And this friend of mine from Egypt, he's it's a man, with a beard.
Yeah.
And he had to fight for his life.
I
And when he came here, he's like, I'm doing yoga now. And and he's happy, and he's, he has a nice boyfriend, and he's living his best life, like he said. And I'm happy, And,
yeah. I also have a friend from the Middle East, same story like
but
that.
we have this cover, so when you
Yeah.
say like, oh, he's been a boy too long, like the queers are being helped quicker
Yeah.
than the man who's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gay and I have a problem with that
Yeah.
or something. It was very
Yeah.
stupid acting.
Yeah.
See, this is why they say I'm not an actor. Like, oh, he sucks. He's not good. This is why you don't work, Dennis. But yeah, it's I'm 52 in a week and a half. I'm going to turn 52. And thank you. Yeah, I made it. And but still, there's a lot in me. Like this is this me or did I copy? Is this me or did I copy? Is this me or did I teach this this way of talking or way of behaving the way I'm doing it now? Is this me completely?
I see.
I think you then maybe, I don't know you, we just met 6 seconds ago. I mean, maybe you are already ahead of me even. Do you understand?
Well,
We come from two different worlds with two different people, obviously.
Spiritual coach, so
there you
I
go.
have
Maybe that
I have
helped.
an unfair advantage.
Do you come from a coaching family background, or are you the first in the family to be a coach?
Actually, that's another great question. So I always go back to my mom. So with all the magazines I was reading, I was reading these magazines that were called Living and Loving Your Family.
Oh God.
So I was a child reading stuff like that.
Like Happiness?
I know,
You know the
that
magazine Happiness? Every time I see it, it's like...
Happy Space, reading stuff like that, how babies are born. So I always had that maternal grandmother spirit.
Good.
And then on the male side, so my uncles, some of them worked at like a newspaper, like all of them told each other, let's go work at a newspaper. So between reading my mom and her sister's magazines, I would also run off to the newsroom and just see the Associated Press. There was a telex machine. The news is coming from overseas, and I'm sitting right here. So that was an advantage that I had that head start in life. Yeah, I had that. I always say I'm well aware of my privilege. And by the time I was 12, I was a touring artist. I was playing music.
Nice. Which instrument?
A marimba. It's like they call it an African piano. It has these wooden planks.
Yeah, the wooden planks that go from short to long.
Exactly.
Oof, I love that.
It's so nice. I haven't played in a long time. And then I was doing a program with the World Bank by the time I was 12. So, yeah.
A what?
World Bank. They had a program.
Okay.
Yeah, it was called World Links. So, yeah, I was quite a busybody. I was quite a busy young kid. Even my parents, I remember at one point my mom sat me down and she was like, the things you do for yourself, how does this even work? But of course, nobody knew that I was such a spiritual coach because it's an actual thing in the African community where someone is spiritual and they go through an entire
So what's the
process.
difference between spiritual coaching and coaching? So if I come to you like, I'm the boss of this foundation, but I can't seem to inspire my colleagues anymore.
Oh gosh, I dig into the soul of somebody. Sex, love, money, it's all connected. So yeah, I dig right into it.
Damn.
Yeah, I have it. I think I'm good at what I do.
I hope so. Poor people.
Yeah. I've talked out hundreds of people out of unaliving themselves, as what the kids say. But
I've never heard that term.
Yeah, so the new words that the kids bring in. I've talked many people out of suicide. I don't do that anymore though.
Because? Why don't you do it? Because you're obviously good at it. You can inspire people.
No, I always say if people are believing in a higher power so much, if people are really, really believing that they're gonna go to heaven, why should it be my responsibility?
It's not. It's not.
I
As long as you can help people, you can help people, but you cannot take on the whole world.
I
No.
was like, I'm not doing that anymore.
That's very
God,
sad. Yeah.
if you are there and these people
I
believe
got
in
this.
you,
Yeah, I got it. He's coming. I got it.
deal with your people. I don't believe in God, so
No.
why should I be working so hard for free for that
Yeah,
matter? Because
yeah.
you know, in an African country, nobody's paying for therapy.
Mhm.
Somebody just comes to you, oh, I have a problem, could you tell me what to do? And usually things that I tell people, what? And I don't have a degree, by the way, I've never been to college. I went straight from 7 in a newsroom following uncles around, 12 World Bank, 18 radio, 19 British Council, now leadership at a multi-billion dollar
Smart
corporation.
Yeah, it has to be in
hope
one
so.
way or the other.
Oh, poor me. If I could have one career, maybe I could focus on one thing.
Well, it's boring. One career is boring.
Yes, it is. It is. It is.
Yeah.
I saw people like me, we tend to get bored of something, you know, you do the radio.
We're a
then
little
get
bit
bored.
ADHD. We need to have like
one
diversity in our work
spectrum.
also. Huh?
Yeah, a little bit of
Yeah.
a spectrum.
Hey, and you said something serious about you losing some of your family members. In what sense did you mean? Not that they're dead, but they don't want to be
No.
talking to you? Nobody?
No.
Oh, good. I thought you said something like that in the beginning.
No, I said there was a genocide in my kingdom,
Oh, okay.
but it affected people who were living in the
So you're in
rural
good
areas.
contact with your family?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
that's fantastic.
Oh, I never gave them that option.
Oh, good.
Like, oh, well, this gay guy is here to stay, so it's a take it or take it basis.
This is it.
So I never give people the option not to leave it, even here in the Netherlands, because you know when you come here, there's a big Muslim Arab population. They're like, you know, Mr. Jermaine, we talk about you every day, and I said every day. I said every day.
Oof.
Like, oh my God, what did I do now? But yeah, I never give people the option to leave it.
That's nice.
This is who I am. This is, you're gonna take it. Even the primary school.
So you don't say
teachers,
take it or leave it. You say take
it
it.
or take it.
Yeah, take it or take
Yeah,
it.
so
That's a
that's-
good one.
Yeah, I just.
Sometimes you just have to change those sayings, like take it or leave it.
Take,
No, take it.
No, we're not leaving it.
Not
we're
gonna give you a
taking it.
choice. That's a
No,
good one.
No, I don't. Yeah, but I don't know where I get it from. I guess that's
Maybe
how
you got
I
it from
keep
you. Can't you
I
just be
suppose-
original and
I suppose.
starting a
It's
sensation?
impossible
Is it?
to be self-made.
Well, you are. You didn't finish any school.
I always,
Just like me, I didn't finish any school.
Oh, I read that. Yeah, you didn't
Oh, I
finish in
know.
school.
Stupid.
Yeah, but there are people like us, because I remember there was a legendary theater person in Zimbabwe, and he was awarded a Prince Claus Fund
The
award.
Prince Claus Fund, yeah.
A couple of years ago, he was like that as well. Just somebody who knows how to get things done, who knows how to arrange productions,
Yeah,
theater, and
you just come up with an
cinema.
idea, you do it. Yeah,
Just get it done. So yeah, in my sense, I could. Yeah, then I decided, okay, if I'm giving people so much advice, I might as well become a spiritual coach. But then I can't use the license in the Netherlands, or maybe I can. I've never explored it. There was a whole red tape. Like, okay, I'll just focus on something else for a while.
yeah.
This.
Cool.
So this is also spirituality. This
Yeah.
is also healing. That's why I decided to do a podcast. I thought, hey, I always say if you are a broadcaster, you are a healer, whether you know it or you don't. Because whenever people switch you on, they came for you for healing.
Yeah.
Actors, anybody
Doesn't
that
matter.
stands
Can
in
be
front of a
anything.
crowd. Yeah. Even
I remember
sitting at
years
home.
ago with one of my best friends, Yasmina Sendar. She's also an actress,
Okay.
and she's very funny and very talented and very sweet. She's from
Nice.
Curacao,
Oh, nice.
Middle America, and or is it the Netherlands? I'm not sure anymore. It's next to Venezuela. And
More
oh
tea?
yes, let's have some more tea. And as in life, we all have things we have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point we were talking about, she has a son. She has
Okay.
a very beautiful son. He's 18. He's taller than me now. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's fantastic. And we were talking about, growing older, and she's a mother now, and her mother is here in the Netherlands as well. She lives in the south in Dordrecht.
Oh, nice.
And they're very close with the brothers and the family. It's very nice. And so she goes there, and then her mother makes, Antillean food, like traditional stuff, and bakes cookies or whatever.
Oh,
And
nice.
she's like, I cannot cook. She's this actress, it's like, she's all over the place. And she's like, let's make a cooking show. Yeah, but I can't cook, she said. Yeah, that's the funny stuff. We're gonna do you in your kitchen. We come up with this together with a famous Antillean actress, singer, sports guy, girl, whatever. And we're gonna cook one dish.
Oh.
Not in a fancy kitchen, not sponsored. And so we made, in the end, I believe 25 episodes or something in the last couple. We went to Curaçao. Yeah. It was crazy.
Jeez.
And it was like proper meals, like real traditional food. Even her mother did one episode. It was cute as hell.
I can imagine.
But the reaction, people watched it very, very, it was because also a lot of famous rappers and so came on the show. And a lot of people, like you talk about healing, look at that, who are in the Netherlands, and they look at a Dutch Amsterdam resident who is from, and your heart is still on that island. You know what I mean? You took a lot with you, but your heart is still on beautiful Curaçao.
Absolutely.
And so you took a little bit back from that.
Yeah.
It was like 12, 13 minutes per episode. Every Tuesday we had an episode. It was a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
And she was funny and she was witty, and then people talk stories about, my grandmother also used to make this, or they kicked me out of the kitchen because I made a mess or something. Very relatable for everybody.
Nice.
Everybody loved it.
Wow.
Not just people from Curaçao. Everybody loved it. Because it's a cooking show.
Yeah. Food.
It's a cooking show.
Food.
Oh, I want to make the too. I never ate that. It's funny. Or that pie or whatever.
Yeah.
And so when you talk healing, it was at least healing for her. And it was,
for the viewers.
There you go. People really liked it, and it was not fancy or anything. It was a kitchen in Amsterdam. I think the kitchen was as big as this table. This was like there you go, not beautiful pans, and it was healing. Also for me, it was really nice to do so.
Oh really?
Yeah.
How come?
Because I know her very well. We used to be lovers on Onderweg naar Morgen, so we became really good friends.
Oh, nice.
And we stayed friends, and we grew up together, you could say, in the business also.
In the business, yeah.
And still we are very close friends.
Oh, amazing.
So when I did that, it was also very nice to be the cameraman, do the editing, produce it without someone telling me what to do. There was no producer. We paid it ourselves. She found all the sponsors. We could do free shopping in a place somewhere in Amsterdam where we can buy all the right herbs and food and all that stuff. Which was really nice. Yes, give them credit. We even made a little commercial.
Oh, nice.
With the name of the store and everything. So that was nice. It's still on YouTube. So
I'll check that.
You have to. It's really fun. And so in that sense, it was also healing to not be the star. Not that that's a problem, but then to be helpful or something, to make this show work.
Yeah.
And it was really nice to edit it. We had a lot of fun. We went to Curaçao for a week with friends. We taped 2 shows there, and she showed me. I already went to Curaçao twice since the late 80s, but now with her, it was different. It was really nice. She showed me her beautiful
guide. Yeah, true.
And the family and all that stuff. And we went to her uncle, and he told a lot about the nature and the flowers and everything. Yeah, healing, man. It's healing. It's really nice.
Speaking of healing, as we wrap up,
my favorite that time.
Oh my gosh, my favorite subject.
Fun.
Indeed.
Janet Jackson.
Oh,
do you remember that song?
I was listening to it 2 weeks ago. I should listen to it.
Control album.
Control. Yes.
There you go.
Come on, girl. I love Janet.
Of course. We
do. Right. How does dating work for you?
How does dating work for me? Not at all. For me. I'm the worst dater ever.
Oh, wow.
I'm not good I used to be very good at it, but I'm not active anymore in that sense.
Oh,
I got bored.
I love love. People think I'm weird. I love love.
I love love too, but
Contrary to popular belief.
make notes.
I just gotta give it to them.
Make notes. Listen to Grandpa. No, I'm waiting for Mr. Right. That's.
I never
I'm
wait
not
for
gonna
Mr.
look.
Right.
I looked.
Okay.
I had some nice guys.
Okay.
And it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I always fell in love with the wrong ones.
Oh, heaven.
And we're not gonna get into it because it's almost time to wrap up.
Of convenience.
That's our time, ladies and
Where's
gentlemen.
my jug of tea? My jug of tea is empty.
I'm finishing my tea. No, it's I'm not the grinder Tinder kind of guy.
Me neither.
I'm not. I've never been on it. Neither both. Is that English?
Ever?
Ever.
Oh my god.
Ever. I never. Okay.
Why?
I have a thing for you. I never swiped in my life. I never did. No. But I was active for a while.
Okay.
And I had fun. But in the back of my head, I was always like, where is he? I want the marriage in Italy, with the family at the long table, and that's what I want.
Gondola man doing
Yes,
his thing.
and the pasta. I don't have Italian blood at all, but I want to marry in Italy,
Okay.
On and on. Like in Florence or something. Then you can. Not good. I was very disappointed in some guys, and I guess some
Been
people
there.
were very disappointed in me. I'm sure. I'm not perfect at all.
I mean, it has to go either way. I always say the same. If I could go back and say, yeah, you were right, swallowed it. Swallowed it. Not that. Oh my god.
That went down fast. Oh, that's not a good sentence
It's
either.
not going well either.
Gosh. And we were drinking tea.
We
It's
were
not
drinking tea and we were being
God, I'm so embarrassed. My mother is gonna watch this.
Oh gosh.
Terrible.
We were
Mom, don't watch it.
Oh gosh, no. No, but I
We're
remember
ladies. Let's drink our tea.
I told one of my exes, I was like, listen, you were right. You were absolutely right.
What?
No, just in general about the relationship, about ABC, about what went wrong. Like, yeah, you were right. I was wrong. It's a hard pill to swallow.
Really?
Oh.
I love saying I was wrong.
You have to burn and you actually feel it.
Oh. I think if you're over 40, at some point you're like,
Oh, really? Okay.
It becomes so. And if you're 50, you're like, whatever.
Okay. So
it really becomes easier. All the opinions of everybody. If I say I'm happy single, everybody's like, yeah, you don't really mean that.
Yeah.
Well, can I please know what I say, please? Thank you very much. So
in that case, then
I
I'm
like
glad
it.
it happened. Yeah.
But if he comes along, it's fine.
I like to look.
You like to chase. You're a chaser, aren't you? You're a predator.
No, not
You have your binoculars like, where the fuck is he?
No, not true.
But you're
that yes, but maybe not. Boy, I gotta give the universe something.
Give the universe something.
Yeah, because for I predominantly.
But you're still young, man. Come on, you have to be a chaser a little bit.
Yeah, I want a ring.
There you go. There you go.
Maybe not Italy, but a little something.
Do you want your family to come to the wedding?
Yes.
Is that gonna be?
Yeah, but then now that there's the aeroplane flights and
You have the money. Your show is gonna be popular. You're gonna be Oprah on a budget.
I have a new
You can
producer.
fly them in. You have a new producer. You can fly them in. Do you want your family to come to the wedding?
Yeah, they wouldn't refuse. Yeah,
they will be so nice.
Yeah, they would.
Where are you gonna have your wedding? In Amsterdam?
Probably in Africa. Probably in Africa because I think the exchange rate is a little sweeter there.
Which country is good for the gay people in Africa?
That would be South Africa. Yeah.
South Africa. Cool. I should go there.
Yeah.
Never been to an African country. I've traveled, but Africa is still.
A hint of where Mr. Rights are found?
South Africa.
No.
Where?
Oh,
Zimbabwe?
no. Definitely not.
I thought you were going to give me a country, like, go there, you will find him.
I'm about to. No, the good thing is I'm objective, so I would never prop my own country for no reason.
You can. But do you want me to guess?
Gambia.
Oh, Gambia. It sounds very nice. Gambia. Why? Why Gambia?
No, so
Excuse
I've
me,
had
just the tea is coming up the whole time. I'm happy that I
Yeah,
don't
okay,
have a microphone here.
That's what she said. It was way too big.
Mama, don't watch
Mama.
this show, please.
No,
Oh, yeah,
I've
yeah.
had the opportunity to speak to a variety of just speaking, like just
right.
speaking. I'm a Virgo, so yeah, my cookie jar has a lock and key. So I've had a chance to speak to a variety, because the Netherlands is a very international country, so in any given day you're bound to meet people from different countries. I have to put Gambians number one.
And why? Why the Gambians number one?
No, they're easy to communicate with. I'm a Virgo, so I like communication.
Yeah.
I like someone to talk to me, speak.
Yeah.
Tell me how you're feeling, what you're thinking. I find Gambians they communicate well.
So how did I do?
No, but how you doing? So that's
How did I do this interview? I never do interviews.
oh really?
Hardly.
Oh really? Oh, okay. Yeah,
I don't allow people to ask me questions.
Why?
Just kidding. Just answer my question. How did I do?
No,
I'm in the dark now. I'm like.
We're still talking.
Oh, because you said we're gonna wrap it up. I'm waiting for that. So thank you so much for watching.
No, we are
had a
wrapping
one-
up. No, we are.
No, it's
we
good.
are.
Exactly.
No,
We could talk for hours. I don't know how
it's
long the
amazing.
phone will just.
It should be almost an
Why
hour.
did you have the owl in the back? Could you
Uh,
have
no.
something Zimbabwean, like something?
It's funny. No, they changed up. The studio is not ours, so usually there's usually the sun.
This one you can just lift up and put something else.
Yeah.
It's probably with a hook.
Oh my gosh! Thank you for noticing. You are a TV person. I didn't even notice. I just came in and let me just
Planned at least.
There's usually a different one.
At least we have tea.
Yeah, so yeah, in the 4.5 years in the Netherlands, I've had a chance to speak to a variety of gay men from different parts of the world. So,
Is it mostly men who are in trouble, or in your
in
your private 200, 100? How many people do you talk to in your
in
anonymous,
the group? I have to speak to everyone in the group because
No, I mean, is it mostly men, or is it really 50-50,
Oh,
or divided with
yeah.
trans people, or?
naturally there's more gay men
Okay.
and followed by lesbian women and then I think trans people. Yeah, but definitely the gay
And
men
they're not
dominate.
all from. They're all from the African continent.
It's predominantly African countries.
Yeah. And how do
Because
they
that's
find
where
you?
I
It's
come.
also like
Um,
hand to mouth.
Well, I suppose in the past
Mouth to
few
mouth?
years, I would go to other meetings because when you're at that stage, you don't have anything to do. So I would go to different meetings. Or first of all, it's necessary because you have to present that you are integrating. So obviously, people would see, okay, that one is really gay. Maybe let's talk to that person. Or someone would tell someone, hey, there's an African group somewhere there. So initially it was just something that me and my friends started, about 5 of us, and then it became an actual thing. Like, oh, okay.
And do you work together with other organizations, or is it still just?
It becomes tricky because in my experience, the NGO world in the Netherlands is quite competitive. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go corporate. If I'm gonna be competing so much, I might as well be in business.
Yeah.
Not in
Well,
the
you have to be
NGO
very
world.
clear because we work with other organizations as well, and you just have to be very clear what you do, what do you do, what do you do, and you have your own goal, obviously. But
at least in your situation, you are in an industry, a film industry. So I always tell people when you do gay rights organization, the hard part is part of it is your personal life and part of it is your professional life.
yeah,
People bring in their problems, or people think they're sleeping with the people that you're trying to help, or at the same time, that is the space for people to find each other because there isn't any other space. So it's unavoidable, the human factors which are there. But then, if somebody else has their own group, it's like, oh, why are you doing your own group? I have a group, so okay. So there are these little scuffles which happen in the asylum community, which is specifically why I started Rainbow Anonymous, because I thought, okay, I can do this in a better way.
yeah.
Let me do it like this.
And are most of them still asylum seekers? Or?
No,
Okay.
I'm very happy
They're
to tell you
also
that we've
working
been
and-
successful.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
because so the other thing I do, I write letters for them.
Okay,
To take
that's
to
what that
immigration.
was my next one.
Yeah,
What do you, yeah,
I
exactly.
write letters for them.
And
I
they
organize
help
events
because
for-
you're now
Mhm.
someone they listen to.
Absolutely.
Oh, fucking
absolutely.
great.
Yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
we've been very successful. That's why I don't advertise it because I don't want to write thousands of letters. So I have to know who I'm talking to because there's this thing of people who pretend to be gay.
Of course. Yeah,
So-
I would pretend to do it.
Absolutely.
I'm
so
gay. Yes, bring me a penis
Bring-
now. Just bring me any penis. I will just, yes, I will take it in my mouth for
And
you.
just run
Yes,
with
I'm
it.
gay today.
Yeah, so
I don't know what I do
have
next week.
Indeed, but for now, so I have to keep the space
Oh.
safe. I
Of
have
course.
to talk to the people. I
Yeah.
have to make sure that these are my people. Do they speak our
But
language?
you work alone?
Unfortunately.
Damn.
Unfortunately.
And do you
yeah.
are you looking because you say you're not advertising, so you don't have a website,
No.
you don't have a
well,
Facebook page or anything? Because
no.
then
We have Instagram, but because I know that the people I don't want will
Okay.
not be on Instagram. We do have a website, but I don't advertise it either.
because you have a full-time job also,
Mhm.
so you work 5 days, I
Mhm.
guess, and in your spare time, this is what you do. That's fantastic, man.
And the podcast.
Also, yeah, that's a hard job. The podcast, it's terrible.
It is.
Damn.
It
So, what is
is.
your goal with your NGO? Is it?
Yeah, well, I always tie things to media, so anything I do, I always bring it into a media space.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna film them, those who are willing,
Okay.
and make short little documentaries similar to what you just said, short
If
20
you need
minute
help,
stuff.
let me know.
Absolutely.
I mean,
20-minute stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, if they agree, because when they're in the asylum procedure, that's when they're most likely to want to come out. But then when they get their documents, now that they have time to relax and reevaluate where's my life going, it's like maybe I don't want to be so out. So yeah, that's a tricky thing.
There's
sort of phase.
there's distinction between a lot of people who say, "Fuck that, I'm out. I'm not going back in," and you have a lot of people who say, "Oh, let me just take it very slowly," or also people who are still in denial.
Yeah,
I don't know if denial exists.
It does,
but
yeah,
it does really.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
gosh.
does. It does. Yeah, the people who struggle at immigration is because they did. My own ex-boyfriend dated him. Oh gosh, I'm telling his story on international
We
television.
have an exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. Hit it.
Well, it might help him. He got a negative decision. Somebody did it for
Oh.
3 years
Oh.
with a letter from me. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you have to speak for yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna speak for you. I can only, give not even a hand, a finger. Oh no, not a finger. Jeez, what
There's
is
nothing wrong with a finger.
what is happening? Yeah, a little something, a push.
We hear you. You gave him a finger, fine. That's
No,
alright. That's
He's
okay.
gonna die. So yeah, these little things like that. So it's a real thing. Yes, some people are considered not gay enough when they actually are.
Yeah, I had people in my house for a couple of years, like 25, 30 people with a refugee background who were or in an asylum center very far away from Amsterdam, and then
Me
they
too,
just
I
had to
lived
stamp.
3 years out.
Now you can stamp online, I heard.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't
you
know
don't have to go there
that.
anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And one was also sort of like really struggling, with who the fuck am I? Because that's the only question everybody has when
At the
they're
end of the day,
a teenager.
switch off the
Everybody
lights.
has that. Who am I? As a woman, as a man, as a religious or not religious, gay, not gay, whatever. It's so difficult to find yourself. And he came from two very, let's say, strong, macho, manly countries, and so you come from those countries and you're like, who am I? Who is me?
Yeah.
And it's
It's not
very
easy.
difficult. It's fucking difficult.
I'll tell you an interesting story. First, literally 2018, when I arrived here, come across a giant man, beard, like you mentioned
Yeah.
earlier. He's playing George Michael, Careless Whisper. I was like, oh Lord, I just got here. Come on. I literally just got here. See him another day. George Michael, Careless Whisper. I'm like, come
That's his song.
every day. I was like, that level of trauma, wow.
Yeah.
And this is full beard, big. Nobody
Yeah.
would even think
Yeah.
that this guy is
Because this
gay.
is the thing, we gotta teach people, like,
Yeah.
gay is not
It's
just
not a stereotype,
feminine,
yeah.
it's not, you wear lipstick, it's,
Exactly.
no, it's a million things.
It's a
It's
million
basically, this is why I say with everybody, I cannot have one advice for someone.
Yeah.
Like we started the conversation, like,
Yeah.
what do you say?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I talk to you as a human being. I talk to you, who are you?
Who are you?
What do you want? Where are you from? Who's your mama? Who's your papa? What's your story? That and there's no story the same.
Mhm.
Not one single story in the world is the same. Everybody tells
Absolutely.
their own
Yeah.
idea, and that's very interesting. And we found that out basically from the beginning.
Yeah.
And also, I said this a million times. The first conversation I had was with a Syrian director.
Mm-hmm.
He took me to a cafe in Amsterdam. I said,
Mhm.
I know a nice cafe. That already was like what? You're gonna take me in my city to a cafe? Right, let's go.
Let's
I loved
see,
it.
let's
Right,
see.
that's fine. And it was a nice. We had espressos. We talked
Yeah.
for 3 hours.
Oh, nice.
And this is how the long talks came. But like, you need 3 hours
Yeah.
to just talk to
Yeah,
someone.
True. Yeah, true.
Do you want to stay for lunch? Do you want to have coffee, tea, whatever? And the if there is a thing we aim for is that if they come in like this, we want them to go out like this.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just a little more
A little
hopeful.
more, yeah.
Like, damn, okay,
agree.
I felt good. There's hope, maybe.
I agree.
And as long as it works, with or without our help, sometimes it's just calling someone or sending a letter like you do or
Mhm.
whatever. But if it helps to get people, okay, you're done. You're an alumni. Go, enjoy your life.
Nice.
And we will see each other because we're in film. You always will see each other,
Now plug the Body Film Foundation one more time. Where can
Ooh.
people? That's the thing. I struggle with my people
Yeah.
who have media backgrounds. They'll
Yeah.
be like, oh, maybe I cannot do this in the Netherlands.
Of course you can. There's so much work in the Netherlands, especially if you do camera, editing, sound, or music, or makeup, light. These are the things that
Are you listening?
there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work, and also there's a new generation coming into our country. From I don't know how many countries with all these stories.
Good Lord.
And some of them are writers, and they're gonna write new stories, and they become a little bit Dutch maybe, but they're still all their own stories. So the Body Film Foundation is a foundation, a production company, and also a casting agency, but mostly it's the foundation. And what we do is we help refugee filmmakers, actors, and actresses in theater, film, and television. And we opened up our network to see if we can find a producer or we can find a director or workshops, training. We help people go to the theater school. We help people to film academy. And a lot of times people don't need us. Luckily, they find their own way, and then they come to us also because they want to work with us. We produce other people's stories, documentary, short films, and we co-produce also. And we started a casting agency in 2018, I think, because we have all these people, and we don't get
Talent is
enough
right
money
there.
to open up. Because we can work 7 days a week, but I need to pay the rent as well, so we all do, obviously. So we thought, okay, what if we, do casting and production, and then we can keep the office open.
It. Yep.
Yes, exactly. So we have an office in Rotterdam, we have an office in Amsterdam West, Rotterdam near the central station. We have 1 day a week that we all come together. That's our Tuesday. Tuesday is office day. And the rest of the days we work from our own cities, or we Zoom, and we have meetings and all that stuff. But this is basically what we do. So it's very in the niche, because some people contact us and say, I want to come with my group because I help refugees. And yeah, are they all filmmakers? No, they're painters. And that's fantastic. But, you know.
All painters here.
Yes.
Hello.
Not painters, but like wall. No.
Oh, whoa.
Do you understand? So, but if we have a system where we have an ABC system, like A people are the professionals, you can work right away.
Oh.
B are the rough diamonds. We always say like, yeah, you need a little help. Maybe you need to go to school or get your driver's license. C are people who say, I want to be an actor. You know, and we can say yes.
Okay.
And so we follow the professional because you know you have to be. Those are the people you can. It's already difficult.
It's entertainment.
To have a beautiful composer or a fantastic editor who did TV series and shows, and he was like, yeah, who is he?
Yeah.
It's the same everywhere.
It's everywhere.
If you know someone, you can love someone. That's the thing, and that also goes for people in film and TV.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to get your foot in, but it's not impossible.
My last question.
Oh, there you go.
I call it the dandruff question.
Do I have dandruff?
There's only one way to find out.
Don't touch my hair. It's done by God.
This is not a sponsored commercial, by the way. What hair product do you use?
Andrelon.
Oh, okay. Plug them. So, my little dandruff head scratch question.
Oh my God.
You can only choose one thing out of two. And since you're Dutch,
Yeah.
croquettes
Yeah.
or bitterballen, one has got to go.
Well, then I will take the vegan bitterballen any day of the week, of course, because I don't eat meat. You know, nobody has to die for my food. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's so much for a head scratch.
I will teach her. I will teach her.
Oh no, I'm not leaving meat anytime soon.
You will.
No, are you sure?
Yes, I think the world is changing fast.
I hear we're gonna be eating insects and.
No, we don't have to go to
crickets
insects.
and-
No.
Oh, you don't want
I
to kill
haven't-
anything. by the way.
No. We don't have to. We taught ourselves because it's part of destroying the other.
Okay.
It's part of destroying the LGBT community. It's destroying. I want the money, so you have to die. I want the
I'll take
oil.
that.
And
Yeah.
it's the same with meat. It's
Point.
ruining the world, and we know it.
Yeah, that's a
We
great
do know it. But I say, if you have a farm and you have chickens and they live their best life, not after 6 weeks, you know, with shit and antibiotics in them, and you say, okay, after 4 years, I will eat the chicken, you know? If you still have the balls to kill the chicken you loved for 4 years, do it.
Do it.
But for me, no, I haven't eaten meat since
hold on.
1991.
Good grief.
And I'm still a big boy, so you don't need the meat.
Yeah, I need to get bigger. I still need the meat.
No, you need the proteins, and they come from?
The meat.
No, they don't come from the meat. Come on. I thought you were the educated one. Don't disappoint me.
Ever heard of vitamin D?
Yeah, go outside.
From the meat.
No, where does the cow get the protein from?
Not that meat.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. My mother is watching this.
On that point, guys,
Oh,
remember, like, subscribe. I'm not
Like,
I
subscribe,
hate saying that.
Oprah
like,
on a budget.
Subscribe, share, tweet,
share. We all
Facebook,
love share.
and of course follow the Buddy Film Foundation.
BuddyFilmFoundation.com.
BuddyFilmFoundation.com.
There you go.
Yep. See you next time, Dennis. Thank you
Bye.
so much.
High five. Yes.
Woo!
There you go.
Abantu.
Abantu.
Oh, you said that right. Perfect.
Thank you. Bye now.